Welcome to Uncommon Grounds Podcast with Director Hitman. This is episode number 3, and today we're going to talk about, do you believe in aliens or extraterrestrials? Do you believe that we're the only thing out there? Now, this is a great fight, a great debate between religion and science and stuff like that. I'll be honest, I'm not technically a church person, but my grandmother definitely instilled church values in me when I was young. Before my grandma passed, one thing she used to always make me do is remember John 3:16. For anybody who don't know, it's for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that who shall ever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. I don't know why she made me remember that part. She always used to tell me that was the heart of the Bible. What do you guys think? I'll be honest with you. I'm O negative. I think that means RH negative. So I guess I don't come from a monkey or an ape or whatever the hell that is. But I definitely always tell people, me and my girl, we always kind of fight about that because she was raised in the church. And I always tell her, because she's very big on when it's your time to die, God wrote the book. I believe as a human being, I believe higher power, God, whoever has our death date, right, in the calendar. But I also believe these higher powers or God or whatever also give us a brain to make a decision that can make our death date come faster. That's just my personal thoughts. I do feel it'd be weird that we be the only thing out there in general. I always tell my girl, and this is no knock against religion or nothing. Trust me, it's not. I used to be like, why are we so special? Why are us human beings so special? For us to literally be the only thing that exists out there. I find that hard to believe. But I also feel us as human beings, we're digging deep for something we may not want to find in the end. We got the James Webb telescope out there. I just saw something a couple of days ago talking about they just found the oldest existing galaxy. And of course, the headline says, is that God? Nah, man. Because if everybody believes, like they say, that God does exist and God knows everything, then God knows we were going to find that galaxy. So why would he let himself be shown if he knew we were already coming? Yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of great debate out there. The moon landing, and I do find it hard to grasp is why by now will we not have a damn um space station or some type of housing or something on the moon by now? Why would we not develop anything on the moon by now? I'm not saying to make it for us to live when the earth dies and all that other stuff. I'm just saying in general, if we have the capacity to get there, get out the John, plant a damn American flag. We just went there to look at white dust and go home. We're done. That's all we needed to know. Something weird going on with that as well. Whole lot of weird stuff going on, man. Even that stuff, with Mars and they got the rovers over there for mad years, roving. What, they're finding samples. Now they're saying water was on Mars and stuff like that. Like, we really got to open our brains and think. Was there another civilization there? Were our super ancestors there millions and millions of years ago? Did that planet die the same way we killing Earth? And some type of ancient civilization got the technology to got Adam and Eve to Earth in Earth's atmosphere? I don't know. I don't know. These are good thoughts. This is good stuff to think about. But I'm not gonna sit here and say But I honestly, y'all, I believe that there's something else out there. I definitely do. I would love to hear everybody else's opinion. You can watch this podcast. You can watch me on video on YouTube. Just type in either my YouTube channel, A Director Hitman Film, or just type in Uncommon Grounds Podcast on YouTube. It'll pop up the video. So if you want to leave a comment and interact with me, that's, I guess, the platform to do it. Other than that, everything is getting downloaded and streamed on Amazon, iTunes, and every other platform out there. But yeah, yo, it's a deep conversation, and not everybody can have this conversation. A lot of people are just cutting dry. Like, nope, there can't be any type of aliens or extraterrestrial life. But think about it this way: if we look at movies and from the 50s and 60s, how did we gain all that technology? We went from black and white TVs in like the 60s to what we got today in that short amount of time. Because if you start to think about it that way, then you would probably think, well, what happened between 1850 and 1900? You would figure other things would have been developed faster as well in between these last 50, 60 years. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna say I'm anti-government, but I also am not a person like I trust the good old government. They're my fucking buddies. No, the fuck they're not. And I wouldn't necessarily believe everything that you hear coming from the damn news or from the government itself, man. Their job is to keep shit in order and control. And if they tell us too much information, like, yo, there's aliens out there, then they're gonna lose control. And you already know everything's about control. What I really would love in my lifetime, besides the videos, because I think the FBI declassified documentation, and now the military released those videos. I'm sure y'all saw them on the internet with a pilots are trying to track something like acting insane in the air. It's crazy, but we already know they know more than that. If they release that, then you already know they're probably sitting down having brunch in a space restaurant that we don't know nothing about. But I would love in my lifetime for the government to open the door wide open, man, and just let it be known what's going on. I even believe they know things about like the Bible. I believe they know about like if that's legit or not legit. I believe there's a whole lot of secrets out there that they won't let us know. But I would really love for people to go on YouTube and let me know if you believe in aliens. Do you think there's something else out there? I was just watching some type of I don't want to say like Animal Planet, but what is this show called? I don't remember, man, but it's a famous show with a guy, the guy with the British accent. He talks about like animals and stuff. Well, I watched the one with the deep sea, and they were basically saying like the giant octopus is something rather unique. They were saying that's like the closest thing to alien that they know of because of the way it can like just touch any surface and basically camouflage itself either that color or literally blend in it where you won't even know it's there. It is a unique creature, to be honest with you. But there's a lot of unique alien looking things out there. When they hit the bottom of the Mariana Trench, what was that thing that had the damn see-through skull? That fish where you could see his brain? Come on, man. That is definitely nothing earthly like. But I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of stuff, man. And they always bring up the pyramids and the perfect mathematical dimensions, and the star people had to help. I would really like to know. Anybody hearing this in another country, what does your culture feel about aliens or extraterrestrial life? See, that's other things I'd like to know too. If you're literally from somewhere that's not America, please, I beg you, please go to my YouTube channel and write how your government or your country deals with stuff like this. Because in some countries, they're real gangster. Like, they just tell the truth. Like, some of those Latin countries, like, they'll just show you somebody getting their head blown off right on good old 6 o'clock news. You know what I mean? So, I know there's some countries out there that keep it really real with their people. But America, no, not with us. But I thoroughly believe something's out there, y'all. I can't wait till we get to the point where it's like, well, we can get an astronaut to walk across Mars so we can get out there, start hitting those type of, you know. I want to see somebody walking on Mars. I want to see somebody streaming some type of live video from the moon. And I would love for them to land a rover on something that's literally outside of our galaxy. They just said like a metal planet just popped up. Did y'all hear about that planet that's like made out of almost 100% diamond? Like what? I need that planet in my life. But the stuff they tell us is insane. Like, do y'all believe that? Are we supposed to believe that? Do y'all believe that? Do you guys believe everything NASA says? Because I got friends on Facebook, they're just fighting about flat Earth and the firmament and round Earth, and we don't know, man. I ain't never been anything above a plane, anything above 26,000 feet in the air. You know what I mean? So how do I know? Any astronauts or any NASA people or any type of people from another country you work in the space program, can you confirm if the Earth's flat around? I love this podcast and stuff, man. Definitely want to give a shout out to everybody who's been downloading. I thought 6 people downloaded the podcast. Look, 20 some people downloaded the first podcast I came out with. I just can't believe it. I started these like 2 days ago. Thank you to everybody out there taking time to listen to me. But yeah, yo, I definitely want to know, where are the eggheads at? Where are they at? And another thing about me too, like when it comes to religion and this type of stuff, is where's those extra books of the Bible that went missing? What was in those books and chapters and whatever? What was in that? What was in there was probably stuff nobody wants us to know. I want to know what the Vatican knows. I know there's some secrets in there too that probably has something to do with all this stuff I'm talking about today. I want to know this stuff. Man, they should definitely get a camera crew in Area 51. If there's nothing there, just prove it, y'all. Prove it, government. Please prove it. So we'll all shut the fuck up if you prove it to us. But the way they got the security out there in that desert, and they don't play around, man, they'll shoot you to kill. If they're just flying planes and shit, why's it gotta be that damn secure? I don't know. Do you guys believe that aliens come out of the ocean? That was another thing too. A couple of those pilots said the unidentified aircraft went into the ocean. Maybe. We don't know shit about the ocean. And I understand why. I don't even like putting my foot in that motherfucking ocean. I don't mind. I'll sit around the shoreline. But y'all people who be going about 100 and 300 feet out there, man, y'all crazy, man. Every time I go like where the ocean water gets like to my chest, I'm in my mind, I'm like, man, something could grab my foot and take me away. But nah, man, something with the ocean is always weird to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's definitely something in that motherfucker for sure. I met people who claim they got kidnapped by aliens and did a little surgery on their knees or whatever. Anybody listen to my podcast that happened to you? Did you ever get taken away by some aliens or something? Anybody who listens to my podcast, have you ever seen a UFO? Have you ever had some type of weird experience and you were like, that had to be something that's not earthly like? Come to YouTube and leave a comment on the video. I want to know other people's stories. I want to hear other people's stuff when it comes to this. Obviously, you're listening to me. Well, come to YouTube and I'll read what you guys got to say about it. Because I really think this is like the topic of of this next decade coming. It's going to be this type of stuff. And I believe in the next 10 years, something's gonna break through, man. And we're gonna know that real, as they say in the hood. We're gonna really know what's going on. If you work with the government, I don't want you to get killed or fired, so I'm not gonna say to let us know. But you can make a burner account and leave a comment on my YouTube. Because I already know the governments don't play about certain things, you know? Do you guys know about the blood types? Obviously, they claim O negative is supposed to be like a rare one, but there's actually, I think, like 2 more blood types that are rarer than that. There's one blood type, I swear I don't remember which one it is, like negative, I don't know, AB, or I don't know what it is, but something where like 1% or 2% of the world has it, has that blood type. Because even with like O negative, it said, I forget the percentage, but it's not, I mean, it's not a high, but it's not like it's 40% of the world that's O negative. It's like something lower than that. But I think even the blood strain, our blood types got something to do with it too. Why is me as an O negative, I can give any of you other blood types my blood. I can save you, but you guys can't save me. Why is that? Why can I only get O negative blood, but I can give my blood to most blood types? I always thought that was weird. It always made me think like, why are the O negatives, or the RH negative blood types, why are they the special ones? Or supposedly the special ones. I'm not saying I'm special. I ain't shit. If anybody's been listening to these podcasts, you already know. But no, in all seriousness, it's like, why is that? If you know about blood work, you're some type of doctor, you're a blood doctor, leave a comment as well on YouTube. I was thinking about putting these podcasts on Facebook, but nah, Facebook's too like, I don't know. I do other things on Facebook, so I would say watch this stuff on YouTube, y'all. But please leave me your thoughts. Please go to YouTube and leave me your thoughts. I want to know what the world thinks about these good old aliens, baby. Man, it's crazy. Because I was even watching something where it was talking about, like, on the other side of the ice wall of Antarctica, some crazy shit going on. Look, man, I need these governments to just start exploring Antarctica, man. I know we got some stations there. I know. I seen the goddamn document. I seen the footage, man. But I'm talking about I'm talking about put a whole damn squad there that just stays there until they find some shit. You know what I mean? Not that every couple months out of a year crap. Maybe there is teams already over there doing that. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, if you know about that type of stuff, inform a brother. But I want to know this type of stuff, man. What are they hiding? If there's an alien listening to me right now, go to YouTube and leave a comment, man. What are we doing here? And if there are aliens out there, why would they come and be spying on us? Are we some type of new experiment? You know what I mean? Because if there's stuff out there that's smarter than us, then they already know what's gonna happen. Are we like the equivalent of like aliens having like a little ant farm and shit? They just watching us. We're like one of those snow globes and shit. They out there watching us and shit. Like, look at these dummies. Then it makes me kick back to the Matrix. Now I really start feeling like, man, was the Matrix legit? Was that the appetizer to the government's bullshit? Like, we gonna die and wake up and be somewhere else? Shit, I was just telling my girl the other day, what would we do if we found out life cycles? Like, what if we died and we came back as like a bird or a cat or a bug? I bet you motherfuckers would stop stomping on them ants. I bet you we wouldn't kill flies. What if we died and God put up a resume was like, you supposed to love everything, man. You killed about 68 million flies in your lifetime, man. You gotta go to hell for that. We'd feel fucked up, wouldn't we? I think about that sometimes. I think as I'm getting older, I'm gonna start treating things nicer. You know what I mean? I don't abuse nothing. You know what I mean? But I think the next ant I see, I ain't gonna squish him. The next fly, unless he land on my food, I'm not gonna bother. You never know, man. I'm really starting to think about shit like that. You know, what if life was one big cycle and the human being part was the grand finale? Man, what if we died and shot right back as our soul shot right back into another body and another 60 years after we died? That'd be crazy. That'd be real crazy. But life itself is wild. But as I'm winding this down today, I am Director Hitman. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to hear me ramble on Uncommon Grounds podcast. If you see my video, please give it a share. If you could somehow share the podcast from wherever you listen to it from, share it for me as well. You know, every ear is a good ear. Sending my blessings once again. If you're not religious, don't get offended. I just want to make sure everybody's good and happy. Let's go. Uncommon Grounds Podcast.